Hello, everyone. This is Michael Moore, and you are now listening to the Rumble Emergency Podcast System. This is an unscheduled podcast from Rumble. We have gotten word from our sources on Capitol Hill that the Senate trial that is supposed to begin at 1 p.m., I'll say today, I'm talking about Tuesday, January 21st, although I'm recording this just before midnight on the 20th. The night before here, but most of you are going to hear this as it goes out in the next hour or so on Tuesday, early Tuesday, the 21st, if you're on the East Coast. We've turned the microphones on here in our podcast studio because of what we've learned, and the Republicans intend to try to ram this Senate trial of Trump through without witnesses, without any new evidence, and they want to essentially be done with all the opening arguments in 2 days. That's not what this is about. This is about one specific thing that I'm asking all of you to do. You can do it now, although there will be people that will answer the switchboard on Capitol Hill if you call now. But if you want to wait till the morning, that's fine too. Most of the people will be in because it's the first day of only the third time in the history of this country that a trial in the Senate has begun to remove a president from the Oval Office. That is the purpose of this trial. The Republicans are going to do everything they can to stop it. And the most important thing they're going to do is to try to prevent witnesses. This is where I need your help. As I explained to you on episode 15, all right, now this is now officially episode 22. So this is about maybe a week and a half ago. I told you what the plan was. They were not going to call witnesses. And the reason they don't want to do this, and the reason Trump doesn't want to do this, and there's an excellent piece in the Washington Post here a few hours ago by Robert Costa explaining why the last thing Trump wants is John Bolton in the Senate testifying about what he really knows about what Trump has done during these 3 years. As I told you on episode 15, and you can go back and listen to it. I'm not going to go through the whole explanation again for you, but please, if you want, I lay it all out. And what I explain is that there is a slim, sliver of a chance of having Trump convicted and removed in the Senate, which means 20 Republicans will decide that they either can no longer put up with such criminal, treasonous behavior, or they're just so disgusted by this individual, or they want to save their own ass because they're going to be thrown out of office this coming November. The 1/3 of the Republican senators who are up for re-election, and those who aren't are up for re-election in 2 years, in 2022, and then the last third of them are up for re-election in 2024. There's nothing more important to them than preserving their cushy Senate career. If they think that the American public have risen up, watch them do the dance of all dances. They will be the rats jumping from the sinking ship. They will want nothing to do with Trump, but that's only because John Bolton knows what's on that secret server in the White House, the one where they hid the Ukrainian president's phone call and all their notes. Remember, they put all that in there because they all listened in on the call and they heard Trump breaking the law. They heard Trump taking a stand against his own country to get dirt on Joe Biden and Joe Biden's son, and to coerce, to extort, to bribe the president of another country to help him do this. The people who were on that call back in July, they were so frightened, they put this on a secret national security server. That's for real national security issues. But they hid it in there because they didn't want anybody to find this, because they knew their boss had broken the law, had violated his oath. And then the whistleblower came along, and the whistleblower told us about the secret server and where we could find the call. And as I told you in episode 15, I believe that John Bolton knows, and I believe he will testify and not perjure himself and not risk going to jail, not for Trump, whom he hates. He knows what are the other things that happened in the last 3 years where people in the White House went, holy shit. Did you hear what he just did? Did you hear what he said? Did you see what he did? Hide it. What else is hidden on that secret server? What else has Trump done in these 3 years? Bolton knows. Bolton has to testify. We need witnesses testifying in the Senate. This will only happen if millions of Americans this morning melt the switchboard on Capitol Hill and call their U.S. senator, regardless of party, regardless of how much you think, he supports Trump. There's no way he'll listen to me. Or I don't need to call him, he's against Trump. No, forget all of that. We need a massive show of support. Now listen, there's over 2 million downloads of this podcast in just its first month. So I know there are people listening to this, and I know that you are sharing it with your friends and your families and your coworkers and your fellow students. I need you right now, as part of our emergency podcast system, to please call your United States Senator. You have 2 of them. All right. You call the switchboard. I'm going to give you the number. You call the switchboard and you say, I want to speak to my senator. If you don't know the names of your senators, just say your state. I'm from Ohio. And then they'll say, do you want to talk to, there's 2 of them. Do you want to talk to this one or that one? It doesn't matter. Just say one of them, call back and talk to the other one. So you make 2 calls. All right. You're in Michigan. You got, there's 2 senators. That's to say that I live and vote in Debbie Stabenow and Gary Peters. You call up the number of the switchboard. You ask to speak to one of them. And you tell them the following: I am a citizen and a voter, and I demand that there be witnesses, new witnesses, called during the Senate trial, and I expect and demand that John Bolton will be called as a witness, because I want to know what else is hidden on that secret server the whistleblower told us about. What else in the 3 years of the Trump administration has been put on that security server that has nothing to do with our national security? It has to do with protecting the president of the United States, who is a criminal and who has been committing crimes. The list is already enough to fill a page. This is our chance. Do not give in to your despair or belief that it can't happen, that the phone call isn't worth it. It's 30 seconds of your time. A human will answer the phone when you call this number I give you. A human, not a robot. And then they'll transfer you to the office of your senator, and a human will answer there. And you can ask to speak to the senator. Maybe the senator will take your call. Probably not. But that doesn't matter. His or her aide will take your information and what you want to say, and you say it clearly and simply. I demand that there be witnesses. I demand that John Bolton testify. And I demand that we know what else was hidden on the secret server that the Ukrainian phone call was on. Those 3 things. I need everybody listening right now to do this. I'm not going to take any more of your time. If you want to learn more about the facts of this or what I'm talking about and our chances of possibly removing Trump. Yes, it's a Hail Mary pass, but you've watched enough football to know sometimes those passes are caught. Don't not do this. Don't say it's not worth it. I know you have every right to be cynical and just to throw your hands up and say, fuck it. Don't do that. This country's too important. You love this country too much to do that. To just sit back right now. They answer the switchboard 24 hours a day. There will be people in the office by 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern time. So if you want to wait and call them, or try now. But please do it. Please do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for your country. Do it for me. Do it for your kids and your grandkids. Here's the number. 202-224-3121. I'll give it to you again. Area code 202-224-3121. Area code 202-224-3121. Now, when we did this a week and a half or so ago, a couple weeks ago, I heard from people on Capitol Hill that it did cause quite a jam on the switchboard. If you get a jam, if you get a machine telling you our lines are too busy right now, let me give you a second number that will get through. You ready? The second number, which works just as well as the first one and is very similar to the first one, is area code 202-225-3121. Area code 202-225-3121. Please call right now, or call, if it's the middle of the night, wait till the morning. If you've just woken up and you're listening to this, it's mid-morning. The trial doesn't begin till 1 p.m., but I'm telling you, they're going to do these rules very quickly. They're going to ram it through, and they need to know that they're in big, big trouble if they try and pull a fast one here to protect this individual. Please make that call right now. Let's do this. Remember, demanding 3 things. Number 1, there must be new witnesses testifying in the Senate trial. Number 2, they must call John Bolton as a witness. And number 3, we, the American people, want to know what else was placed on that server to hide the things that the President of the United States said or did that have serious consequences regarding their criminality, their unconstitutionality, the abuse of power. That is what this is about. I'm not asking you to do a whole lot here, friends. It's just make that call, please. The country's worth it, right? You've got 2 senators. It's okay if you don't know their names. Just call and tell the state you're from. But please make the call now, and listen to episode 15 if you want some more information about this. I'm going to get moving here, and I'm going to get to work on other things that we need to get done before the trial begins today at 1 o'clock. Thank you for listening to this emergency podcast system edition of Rumble with Michael Moore. I am Michael Moore, and we're here. We're here around the clock on this stuff right now. This is our week. This is our chance, our slight, slim chance to help save this country from the abusive commander-in-chief and president who sits in that Oval Office. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And let's get to work right now. Please make that call, 202-224-3121. I'm signing off, and we'll talk to you very soon.